If you manage to get the attention of a loved one who doesn't seem to notice your emotions and treats you as an insignificant being, feeling left out by the person you love, or the person you love, or the person you like can be simply unbearable. However, you can change this behavior and encourage them to prioritize. In this video, you will learn 10 key concepts on how to become an interesting person that others enjoy spending time with. The video emphasizes the importance of each of the rules discussed, so we recommend you watch the whole video to see how important each one is to improving your relationship. So the first rule is to keep some things to yourself and keep some secrets. The appeal of not revealing everything about yourself can be very powerful, and this hidden quality is truly mesmerizing. This book, which you can't find anywhere else, can steer you in that direction, which is to stay involved but keep some secrets, like a book that has a few hidden chapters. Think of yourself as a puzzle that others want to solve to maximize your curiosity and enthusiasm. Share pieces of your life over time. Let them gradually learn more about you, carefully and purposefully. The legendary Cleopatra is a perfect example of this approach. Not only was she powerful and beautiful, but she also maintained a mystique, hiding her thoughts and motives, intriguing and mesmerizing those around her. To truly captivate your audience, the secret is to be unexpected. Pave your own path through uncharted territory. This will keep them interested and eager to get to know you better. Don't reveal all your cards too quickly. Allow them to join you on your adventure and discover new things about you along the way. Think of your life as a book, with several chapters gradually revealing different aspects of your amazing personality. Never lay all the cards on the table at once. To make yourself more attractive, keep a mysterious atmosphere around you. But this is only the beginning. The second rule is equally important. Instill in yourself the fear of losing yourself. People tend to underestimate what comes easy, but attach more importance to what they can lose. See yourself as irreplaceable, the kind that the mere thought of your absence causes them anguish. You are not one of many alternatives. You are of utmost importance in their lives. How do you convey this impression? By demonstrating self-sufficiency and showing that you are more than capable of taking care of yourself and being content with your life. If you don't reveal all the details, those around you will be baffled that they entered your world as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity rather than something to look forward to. This philosophy can be compared to being able to control your thoughts when faced with uncontrollable circumstances. Understanding this concept strengthens you. Your independence and interesting life are the sources of your strength. People will see you as exceptional, not just someone looking for recognition. To keep you around, they will seek to keep in touch with you, run after you, or beg for attention you don't need. You are a person who is valued and considered an asset. Following in the footsteps of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak during their first collaboration at Apple, we see how Jobs recognized Wozniak's indispensable role in the project and worked closely with him to showcase his talents. Wozniak was not just a partner, but a vital member of the company, whose absence would have been a major setback for Jobs and Apple. This underscores the importance of recognizing and the role of each team member, who eventually becomes indispensable to any teamwork. The third rule is to forge your own path to happiness. This requires realizing that true satisfaction is an inside job. Develop self-confidence and self-sufficiency and watch how those around you are drawn to your magnetic aura. Strive to experience total satisfaction through your own efforts. A satisfied and joyful attitude will increase your attractiveness. It's no secret that we are all attracted to those who exude authenticity and self-confidence. By finding happiness within yourself, you radiate a glow that motivates those around you. Don't rely on an external source of joy. The third rule is to forge your own path to happiness. To do this, you need to realize that true satisfaction is an inside job. Develop confidence and self-sufficiency and watch how those around you are drawn to your magnetic aura. Strive to experience total satisfaction through your own efforts. A satisfied and joyful attitude will increase your attractiveness. It's no secret that we are all attracted to those who exude authenticity and self-confidence. Consider the example of Theodore Roosevelt, who, despite the tragic death of his wife and mother on the same day, was able to find joy in life. His strong and active lifestyle, which included boxing and helping others, was a source of happiness and energy that came not from external approval, but from within. No wonder he was well received as a leader. Despite adversity, he found joy and purpose, becoming a prominent figure in history and fostering inner happiness. Rule number 4, increase your value so that people will want to invest in you. Realizing that you are a unique and precious gem, your value lies not only in the fact that you exist, but also in the fact that you play an important role in the lives of others. Remember that when something is easily attainable, it is often undervalued. When people devote their time, feelings, and effort to you, your bond grows stronger and stronger. There is a shift from minimal affection to genuine care. Don't chase attention or affection instead. Show them that you can make a valuable contribution to their lives and are worthy of sincere respect. Allow them to willingly invest in you, and in turn, you'll lend them a presence they can't resist. As Seneca once said, for gems to shine, they must be polished. Similarly, for people to improve, they must overcome challenges. This suggests that a person's worth depends not only on their existence, but also on their desire for self-improvement. Recall the story of Alexander the Great and his mentor Aristotle. For the young prince, Aristotle was no ordinary teacher. He was an educator of the mind, an understanding of the qualities necessary to rule an empire. Alexander, known for his ambition and intellect, understood the value of his teacher's lessons. Alexander spent a great deal of time and effort to gain knowledge from his teacher. Their bond went beyond the traditional mentor-student relationship. Alexander regarded his teacher as an invaluable assistant, an incomparable storehouse of insight. Aristotle did not facilitate Alexander's learning, but developed a complex curriculum to endow his protégé with the gift of wit. Indeed, it was the complexity of Aristotle's lessons that was the key to Alexander's ascent. Rule number 5, don't make someone very valuable in your life. To keep your relationship fresh and interesting, it's important to remember not to make someone the center of your universe. While it's easy to get caught up in someone else's orbit, it's important to maintain your own sense of individuality. Visualize yourself as a bright star shining with your own unique light and energy. It is important to have your own dreams, goals, and personality separate from the person you are with. This way of thinking will not only make you more intriguing, but will also make your partner interested in your life. Keep your personality and sense of adventure alive. Through this, your relationship will blossom. Think about the words of Marcus Aurelius: maintaining independence in a relationship helps personal growth and adds enthusiasm and freedom to the partnership. It's about improving each other while at the same time staying true to yourself. By not making your partner the center of your world, you become more attractive. The idea is to live a life outside of the relationship and achieve inner peace. After all, if you are at peace with yourself, you will be at peace with the world. Let me introduce you to Sir Isaac Newton, a brilliant scientist who revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos. Despite being incredibly busy and scientifically accomplished, Newton found time for personal hobbies and maintaining friendships. By maintaining a healthy work-life balance, he became not only a brilliant scientist, but also a multifaceted individual. His intelligence and self-confidence were the qualities that made him an admirable personality. Balancing personal independence with a strong work ethic, he serves as an example for us. While recognizing your needs in any relationship, it is important to recognize your own value and avoid situations where it is not respected or properly considered. Never settle for less than you deserve. Your personal happiness should never come second, especially to someone who is mistreating you. By prioritizing your well-being and self-respect, you will be able to build healthier and happier relationships. You are showing that no one is making you feel unworthy or insignificant. Remember that in a relationship you are equal and your emotions carry weight. You are not here to seek validation or to be ignored. It is important to prioritize your self-esteem and happiness in life for a healthy and positive relationship. By protecting yourself and your beliefs, you gain more influence over the lives of others. Remember that Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "What really affects us is not what happens to us, but how we perceive it." So always keep your own interests and goals in mind by following the rule of putting yourself above everything else. Lucius Quintus Cincinnatus, a famous Roman leader, demonstrates the importance of following one's own values and self-respect in relationships. This idea aligns with rule number 6 and emphasizes the need to think carefully and deal with the situation. Cincinnatus was exceptionally competent in military matters, but his unwavering commitment to his beliefs distinguished him even when he was forced to act against his principles for personal gain. He remained steadfast in his convictions, putting his personal beliefs and desires first. He secluded himself on his humble farm when his leadership was needed in the more complex political conflicts of society and those who could not appreciate his principles. This experience emphasizes the importance of putting one's own interests and morals first and serves as a great example of how to maintain self-respect and get one's own needs met. In every area of life, it is important to remember this rule number 7, never be ready and never wait. Exceptional and scarce qualities should not be ubiquitous. Don't let anyone steal your time. You have to realize this. Believe that you must put yourself first. Imagine a life in which you are not stuck waiting. Your existence should never be about meeting the expectations or desires of others. You are on your own, you have your own adventures, and anyone who has a chance to come into your life should thank their lucky stars. When it comes to relationships, maintaining balance is crucial. Instead of constantly sacrificing your needs for others, it's important to show that your time and attention are valuable. Show that you have your own hobbies and goals. This piques people's interest. They become interested in your activities, which brings them closer to you. On the other hand, being very approachable gives the impression that you are easy to get, but you have value and should be aware of this fact. It's not about gambling, it's about respecting yourself. Think about Seneca's words when you think about your dating habits. It's about maintaining balance in a relationship, not being the initiator all the time. Show that you have a life outside of the relationship and that your time is valuable. Don't be afraid of losing something just because it's not always available. According to Seneca, our fears often cause us unnecessary suffering. Therefore, by valuing your own time and thoughts, you can improve relationships and make them more beneficial to you. Ada Lovelace's story deserves our attention. Passionate and skilled in math, she became famous by becoming one of the first programmers. Despite living in a time when women were restricted in certain roles, Ada went her own way, dedicating herself to her work, solving complex mathematical problems, and collaborating with famous personalities such as Charles Babbage. Ada's successes are attributed to her commitment to her own efforts and her willingness to prioritize self-actualization over pleasing others. Her unique story emphasizes how attractive it is to be true to oneself and how it can attract others. Full of enthusiasm for her work and a keen intellect, Ada forged her own path, which made her life exciting and inspiring. By following rule number 8, we find balance in our relationships by not always taking the initiator role. Instead, we recognize the importance of letting others initiate the dialogue. Sometimes it's important to let others take control, which shows your involvement in various hobbies and activities while demonstrating the extent of their interest in you. Consistently starting a conversation can show that you are always available. It's not about playing games, it's about ensuring a relationship based on respect and cooperative effort. Remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, who said that the ideal method of revenge against someone who has wronged you is to refrain from imitating their actions. Finding a balance of emotions is rule number 9 on your path to becoming important to someone. It's also important to maintain self-esteem and avoid copying behaviors that create imbalance or make you feel unappreciated. Don't seek constant attention or approval. Lastly, remember not to get too emotionally attached. Following these rules will help foster healthy communication. Rule number 9 deals with finding the perfect balance in a relationship. You must ensure that your emotions never dominate the communication between you and your partner. Suppressing your feelings is not the answer, but keeping your composure is key. Focusing too much on expressing emotions can diminish your value. As Seneca said, the most effective method of dealing with anger is restraint. This quote summarizes the essence of rule number 9: exercise patience and control your emotions when it comes to relationships. Rule number 10: don't hesitate to get out of a harmful relationship. The essence of this rule is to recognize your value and refuse to tolerate any disrespect. It is very important to set specific boundaries on how you want to be treated in any relationship. However, if these boundaries are repeatedly ignored, have the courage to move on, even if you feel very connected. This shows that you consider yourself worthy of respect and do not tolerate abuse. Sometimes it's better to be willing to step out of a situation by sending the other person a message of seriousness that can make them realize the importance of treating you better if they want to keep you in their lives. You shouldn't cling to a relationship that doesn't bring you happiness and trust, but rather focus on creating a healthy relationship based on mutual respect. It is important to have the courage to walk away when necessary. As Marcus Aurelius said, your mind is what you can control, even if external events are beyond your control. By realizing this, you can gain strength by maintaining self-control and self-esteem despite any upheaval in your external relationships. To make a lasting impression on those around you, we offer you 10 basic techniques. These range from creating an air of secrecy to overcoming the demands of others, prioritizing your own interests, and allowing others to contribute. To be attractive, it's important to find a balance in socializing and not revolve your existence around someone else. Increasing your own emotional stability and happiness makes you more attractive. Remember that it is important to think about yourself and be willing to get out of a damaging relationship. This search is not a self-centered demand for recognition, but a way to build positive and caring relationships. Living according to these ideals transforms you into a person who naturally attracts others to you. In life, you must always remember that the right to choose is solely in your hands. Getting out of any situation is one of those choices. You are invaluable and should surround yourself with those who honor and appreciate this fact. If you value these teachings, show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to our community that values morality, courage, and self-control. Let us know how you plan to incorporate these Stoic principles into your life.